This video is going to show some examples of how to use the set and map data types. Touch on multi-set, but we're not going to spend a lot of time. We have our data structures testing tool that I've built before. And first, I wrote some very simple utility routines. One, to turn a string to lower a string, because for some god-awful reasons, C++ doesn't support that. Inherently, don't get it. But anyway, I also had to write a split routine, which takes a string and splits it into individual words, returning it into a vector. Also because C++ sucks. Anyway, I wrote a simple routine called dump set, which takes a set of strings. I should have actually made this generic, and prints out the elements in the set. I was just doing this for demo purposes. Similarly, I wrote the same code for multi-set as well as for map. Let's take a look at a simple demo for a basic set. So, first, we're going to declare a set of strings. Okay? We're going to insert Bob, Sally, and Joe into the set. Then I'm going to print out the set so we can see what's in it. I'm going to add a duplicate. Okay, we're going to names.insert Bob, and then print the set again. What we're going to see, though, is Bob is not added twice, and that is because a set doesn't allow duplicates. Now we're going to do some membership tests. So if we can find Bob, find returns either a reference to an iterator to the set item, or it returns names or the end for the set item, which says it's not found. So if we can find Bob and it's not equal to the end, we say it's in the set, otherwise it's not. Now we're going to pull out Bob. We're going to erase him from the universe. Okay, dump the set again. Now let's check for him. Okay, now he's not going to be in the set because this is going to be true set. That is the basics of set. We've got insert, we've got checking for membership, and we've got delete. If we run this, we can look at the actual result. So we run our simple set demo, and we get the results we expected. First, add our first three. After adding a duplicate, it doesn't show because sets don't allow duplicates. We remove Bob. We test to see if Bob's in the set. It's not, and good. We're good to go. So now we're going to move on to talking about our map. Our simple map demo. Here we're going to create a map. Our key is going to be an int, and our value will be of type string. When you insert into a map, for some reason, I'm not sure why they didn't build the constructor differently, you have to insert an actual pair. So we insert an int and a string, and we're going to insert 1 for Bob, 2 for Sally, and 3 for Joe. Then we're going to dump the map. Okay. The other thing I'm going to add in here is how to access it. We're going to say 2. And what that'll do is that should print out Sally. So now, stop our existing program. We're going to run it again. Here, we'll try our simple map demo. And it works exactly as we think. We add 1 and Bob, 2 and Sally, 3 and Joe, and then we look it up by the index 2. Now, this key does not have to be an integer, and often won't be, in fact, in our later demo. Now we're going to do a real quick look at a multi-set demo. So we're going to add, we're going to create a multi-set of a string, and we're going to add Bob, Sally, Joe, and Bob again. Then we're going to dump the names. We're going to test for membership. Is Bob in the set? If true, yes. Otherwise, nope. Now we're going to remove Bob. But we're going to remove him by saying find the first one first and then erase it. That will only remove the first Bob. We're going to dump it again. Now, we're going to add another Sally, right? And once we insert Sally into the multi-set, when we print it, we'll see 2 Sallys. Now, if we call remove it directly past it Sally, it will remove all of Sally. She will be gone forever. So let's take a look here. And we can do the simple multi-set demo, which is number 7. And here, we've got Bob is in the set. And we're going to have 2 Bobs in our initial set. We're going to remove Bob, but it'll only remove the first one, so finding Bob will still be true. But now we're going to enter a second Sally. If we remove all the Sallys by saying erase Sally, it erases all of Sally. So now let's look into a couple of applications of map. So here's a first one called exclude words. And this, for example, would be, say you are writing a program to build an index for a book. You want to run them through all the words and indicate what pages they occur on. Well, the catch is that we don't want to replace common words like the or and. So we're going to write this little code. Basically, we're going to take our string here, sentence. We're going to break it into what are called tokens, which are individual words. Then we're going to run through each of those words. If we find them in our exclude list, we don't add them back in. Otherwise, we do. Doing this will give us a list containing only the words that were excluded. So let's take a look here for using the set to exclude words. We'll see that the initial sentence is, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. We're going to exclude over and the. The result after the exclusion is exactly what we think. Quick brown fox jumped lazy dog. Now that changes the meaning somewhat, but hey, can't be literary critics. And for our final part of this video, we're going to now extend this to use a map and replace words with phrases. So we'll start with the same basic sentence. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Now we're going to create a map with a pair of strings, a key value of the string and a value of a striped string. We're going to add a pair that says uppercase the, replace it with it is apparent that the. Lowercase the we're going to replace with the really. Okay? So, like before, we're going to break up our sentence, we're going to run through each word. If it doesn't match, we pass it through. Otherwise, we're going to add the replacement phrase by indexing it by the individual word. And then we'll print it out, and we should see a difference. So let's take a look and see if we do. Here, using maps to replace words with phrases, the initial sentence is, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, and the result is, it is apparent that the quick brown fox jumped over the really lazy dog. Unfortunately, I screwed up and I have an extra space in there, but that's an easy fix. Anyway, those are examples of sets, multi-sets, and maps.